we are going to get into a bit of a question, and I need your guys' participation at this point, and it's quite a big question. Because we've run numerous vlog videos and numerous CubCast episodes on this exact topic on the channel. And overall, it's been really interesting kind of hearing what your guys' thoughts have been, the overall kind of response to what we've said. And we are going to be asking you in the crowd, in the comment section, in the chat, everywhere in and around this video. If you're in the live chat, this is primarily on you guys. I want to know what your Afrobeats track of the year is. Now, you can have 3 options. You can have a 1, 2, and a 3. You can have 3 tracks and not have to pick an overall favorite, but I want to hear what your favorite Afrobeats tracks of the year are. Now, we're going to run through this. I want to hear as many of you getting involved in the chat on the right-hand side as possible. Again, I want this show to be quite representative of what the channel is feeling, and you guys are as big a part of the channel as I am. I literally sit here and talk about sound. I love my part of it, but it's you guys that make the channel tick. You guys watching the videos, you guys getting involved, sharing the videos, liking them, clipping them up, and putting them on socials. It's crazy. The amount of support, and the amount of support on this channel has actually grown over the last year will always kind of blow me away. And obviously we've gone from at the start of the year being approaching 20 to the end of the year approaching 65k. That's something that's absolutely nuts in my head. So this for me is a chance to kind of ask you guys what you're feeling. I want to hear what your favorite Afrobeats release of 2022 is. You can't say Love 9TT because that came out the year before. You can't say the Peru remix, anything like that. I don't think anyone's going to say the Peru remix, but I need to know what your favorite tracks of the year within the Afrobeat space is. And let's get into these. To begin with, Deadly Lord saying Mona Lisa remix with Chris Brown is number 1. Very interesting, that one. Obviously, Mona Lisa as an original, absolutely huge tune. And it was really interesting to see Chris Brown, of all people, actually jumping on the official remix of that. When you actually see these big international remixes coming to the forefront, it's always interesting to see how the sort of remixer approaches them. We've seen a kind of general theme this year with the sort of more Americanized collaborative remix versions. We saw it, obviously, with the Mona Lisa remix to begin with. We then saw it on the official remix of Calm Down, which now is the Christmas number 1 on the US Afrobeats Billboard chart. Obviously, Selena Gomez being the official remix character on that one. And then more recently, we've seen it with Camila Cabello on the l.a.x. Colosa remix. So it's an interesting kind of maneuver at how it works. Obviously, we've also seen that sort of specific approach happen within the sort of Afrobeat space as it is. We saw Burna Boy jump on the Sungba remix, arrived and absolutely killed it, which I loved. But yeah, an interesting one. You've also said Chris Brown featuring Wizkid, Call Me Every Day, the remix, not the original. That's an interesting one to have in there as well. Again, Emmanuel giving us his list. He will say, Wow by Wizkid featuring Skepta. I'm pretty sure Naira Marley's on that one as well. Interesting. Burna Boy, Roller Coaster. I think that's featuring Bad Bunny, I think it is. Confession from AV. Really cool tune to have in there, actually. AV, obviously an artist that is doing a lot right now, an artist that is going definitely under the radar of a lot of people. Yeah, interesting stuff. We also see the Mona Lisa remix featuring Chris Brown and Call Me Every Day from Wizkid. That is the selections from Emmanuel. Very interesting indeed. Simeon saying Colosa by Oxlade was my fave this year by far. Stand Strong by Davido can't be left out as well. I mean, in all the videos that I've done on this topic, I've said numerous times that Colosa is my favourite track of the year. Bodge featuring Any Culture is my second favourite track of the year, and that's one that's gone really slept on. I think, realistically, if you're doing an accurate top 3 for yourself, the odds are one of them in there isn't going to be the sort of global one, which is really interesting to see. Deadly Lord saying Chris Brown featuring Davido, Nobody Has to Know, is number 3. Again, so you're going for 3 Chris Brown tunes. That's really interesting to see on there. But yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I'm always keen to hear what you guys think. There's a lot of kind of international approach on this one. Really interesting Emmanuel's suggestion, having Wow from Wizkid and Naira Marley and Skepta on there in as number 1. I find that really interesting. I don't necessarily think More Love, Less Ego was underwhelming. I think the world maybe has slept on it a little bit, and I think it's going to take a lot of juice to kind of match up to obviously an album as potent as Made in Lagos. That for me is still the quintessential modernized Afrobeats project, and that can be sort of summarized by just how well we're seeing the streaming still doing. Essence was the most streamed. I think Essence was still the highest selling. I think it was. It's the highest something. Essence is still the highest something, despite the fact it came out over 2 years ago. So it's crazy to see how well that album is still performing. But there we go. If no one else has anything to put into that one, do let us know in the comments comment section down below when this gets clipped up and put up onto the channel. Again, this is all about you guys. I need to stress that this is all about you guys, this stream. You keep asking me to bring these back, and again, I've just not had the time on Fridays. Like, I'm packing my weeks out, and then on Fridays I just want to go and have a good time. And I just don't tend to have the energy to do them because these do take them out of me. But I'm very happy we've managed to sneak one in by the end of the year. So if at any point in this video you do kind of want to give us your top 3, do let me know and we'll read them out for you, because they need to be a part of these videos, man. That's what we need to be. I need to give more to you guys. But we are going to move now onto our next track, which comes to us from Great Adams. Again, a frequenter of the channel, someone who's appeared on the channel in interview format, and someone that's appeared on the channel in review format as well. I'm very interested to check this one out because this is a track that goes by the name Dirty Wine featuring Terry G. IK Fuego actually getting involved as well before it rolls over. Victini Soweto and 2 Omar Soso. Very interesting indeed. Omar making his way into your list. Victini Soweto I'm not mad at. Again, had some serious virality about it and was a tune that really picked up steam following on from the launch of the Outlaw EP. That wasn't the original one that hit, and then down the line it became this sort of global viral sensation, especially in the TikTok space. Omar Soso, again, one of the stronger tracks of Boy Alone, without a shadow of a doubt. And number 3, Burna Boy Alone. I'm not mad at it, mate. I'm really not mad at it, purely because that film in general I thought it was an outstanding film. I absolutely loved it, and I thought the soundtracking was so on the money. I absolutely loved Fireboy's addition to that album, but Burna Boys Alone has gone on and done some fantastic things since it landed. Simeon saying, I'll forever respect Chris Brown, though. I just remembered what he did on Fireboy and Rema's albums. He's goated. I definitely say in his space, music-wise, he is. Obviously, he's got a lot of controversy surrounding him and things like that, so I'd struggle to call him a genuine greatest of all time, but there's no doubt that his musical ability is up there with the best of them. That's what I'll say on that. But moving forward, we are going to get into the next track then, as I said before.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.